It's yummy time.
Hello everyone, it's Yummy. I'm back again with another video. I'm actually back with another farm video for you. Inglorious Bastion, I almost said the wrong word. Inglorious Bastion is in GX right now. He's roaming around. I actually don't really know too much about Bastion other than I think he's a really smart guy who likes to do math or something. And then he's really jealous of Jaden because Jaden's the underdog. But whatever. He's roaming around GX, dropping some cards. Thought I would put together a farm video for this one. If you've watched any of my older farm videos, this is actually the same farm deck that I used to farm Yusei not too long ago. It relies really heavily on trap effects because Bastion has a lot of monsters that he can tribute off to deal life point damage to you. So basically what you're gonna want in this deck is 3 Floodgate trap holes to prevent any large monster summons that he can get. You have defense draw, obviously, to protect your life points and also thin out your deck. Wall of Disruption is really good in this deck because he can get up to 3 monsters onto his field, and if you can hit him with the fat D, he's just gonna start switching his monsters into defense, given he doesn't have any more tribute monsters left in his deck. You have good Goblin Housekeeping to thin out your deck and also put back your combo pieces into the deck in case you draw them too early. Shard of Greed is also used to thin out your deck a little bit more quickly. I think Bastion mills himself out a little bit quickly, so I think you want to be milling yourself out. Well, I guess not milling yourself out, but you want to be drawing cards faster than him. You have Golden Ladybug in this deck to increase your life points to set up for the final combo, which is going to be the Winged Dragon of Ra. You're going to use double summon so that you can get your Golden Ladybug out on the field, and then you're going to activate Wormbait to add 2 tokens onto your field with 0 attack. Creature Seizure is going to trade one of those tokens with one of Bastion's monsters, and it'll still be in attack position, so that'll set you up for Ra, whose effect will be gaining attack points equal to the amount of life points that you have. And then you can just swing into one of those 0 attack monsters. It's pretty straightforward. If you've ever used a Raw deck before to farm anybody, I'm pretty sure this will be no problem for you. The only thing is maybe this deck could be susceptible to bricking or maybe not drawing into your Golden Ladybugs early enough, but otherwise I think it's a pretty simple deck to use. If you don't happen to have a Floodgate Trap Hole or Wall of Disruption, you can also replace these cards with Rainbow Life, which will help you gain your life points if he decides to attack into you. Draining Shield can also help that problem. Curse of Anubis will stop his monsters. It'll switch them all into defense position. Windstorm is also a good free-to-play trap to play. Massivemorph can also be used on one of his monsters to prevent from attacking you. And Enchanted Javelin will also raise your life points. So these are some good options to replace any of these traps with. If you don't understand how to use this deck, I'm gonna go over some replays to better explain this deck to you. I hope you enjoy them. This first replay right here is actually a really good example of an ideal farm with this deck. I believe I ended up drawing Golden Ladybug pretty early on, and a good amount of traps to stop any attacks. So just set the Floodgate and the defense draw and the Wall of D. He's gonna get more than 1 monster on the board. And then he can special summon this Kasha. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Kasha, whose effect is it gains double the attack, I believe, of whatever monsters that he shuffles back into his deck. So you're better off just floodgating that big monster. I mean, you don't want it to attack you, obviously. So just floodgate that one. He's gonna shuffle his cards back into his deck. And a lot of this duel is just relying on Golden Ladybug to build up your life points. He gets a Sam Skull out, mills out a card, defense draw on the attack. 3rd Golden Ladybug on turn 6 is pretty good. Good Goblin Housekeeping is going to help you thin out your deck, and it'll put back a combo piece if you need to back into the deck. The Wall of D, because he has 3 monsters on the field, and that brings his monsters down to 0. which he's gonna flip into defense after that happens. So for the rest of this duel, it's a lot of stalling, thinning out your deck, defense draw in case he decides to attack you with anything. I don't know if he has any other tribute monsters or special summonable monsters, but I believe the rest of this duel is just sitting on that triple golden ladybug. Oh baby, a triple. Shard of Greed right here is gonna be really good because it'll just help you thin out your deck a little bit more and end the pain and suffering of stalling out this duel because farming already takes so long. I'm at 16,000 life points right now. Oh my god, triple golden ladybug. Oh baby. Alright, so just discard any traps that you don't need. His field is now clogged. And here, we're almost at the last turn. So just set, in case you don't have any more room and you don't want to discard anything, just set one of your combo pieces onto the field so that you don't end up discarding something that you need. So this is the final combo right here. The golden ladybugs are gonna pop off. And then you're gonna activate double summon, get a golden ladybug on the field, activate Wormbait, and that's gonna get you 2 tokens onto the field. And then Creature Seizure is gonna trade one of your monsters with his, and then you attack with Raw, and that was 19,000 damage. So there you have it. Raw farm deck. He is farmed. I'm not gonna dab though. I have a duel here, which is a good example of not the most perfect farm. Just because towards the end of the duel, like all of the golden ladybugs were at the bottom of this deck. Or at least for this duel. So I drew into 3 traps and a Shard of Greed. Shard of Greed right off the bat is gonna be pretty good for this duel. Set the Good Goblin and the Wall of D because he's gonna get 3 monsters on the board. No Floodgate, unfortunately, which would have been nice, but it doesn't really matter because you have a Wall of D set. It'll save you... It'll save you for the time being. I don't have any golden ladybugs in my hand. So, there you go. Medium D for him. Attacked into me, I was at 24. Another Wall of D, just set the other one. And this time, his monsters will now go to 0 because it's the second Wall of D and he has 3 monsters on the field. Finally, it drew into a golden ladybug. And then activate Good Goblin Housekeeping. It's actually a little bit better to activate Good Goblin Housekeeping after your draw for the next turn because then you can decide which one you want to put back into the deck. All of that good stuff. So just put the Raw back into the deck because it's a pretty vital combo piece for this farm. And then just set all of the traps that you think you're gonna need. That one golden ladybug is helping out so much right now. Just restoring my life points all by himself. Defense drawn Wall of D. It was kind of a clog here because he didn't get any other monsters on the board. But again, you're just gonna basically stall out this whole duel. That's basically what farming is. Patience is key, people. I think any old farmer can tell you that. I'm actually... I don't know. Alright. So double golden ladybug. I am now at 7,400 life points. That third one brought me up to 8,900 life points. And I really wish that these two weren't set here because it kind of feels like a clog, but it's fine. Just set the double summon in case you have to discard it. And then you can just start discarding things like your Floodgate Trap Hole. But this is the final turn, so activate double summon, get your golden ladybug out, get your Wormbait, 2 tokens on the field, and then you activate Creature Seizure, which is going to trade one of your tokens with his monster. And then you tribute Raw. And then when Raw's effect pops off, that guy gets to 11,000 life points or attack boost. I can't talk anymore. And there you go. He's farmed. Before this Raw farm deck, I tried out an Ojama one and I feel like I just ended up bricking with it and got a bit discouraged to farm him. I feel like Bastion is a little bit more of a difficult farm because he can swarm his board pretty easily and start attacking your life points. I've also seen people use Ubel, which I think is very free to play friendly if you farmed Ubel during the event. I don't even think you needed to farm Ubel. I think you just needed to play the event. But if you have the Ubel cards, it might be worth it to you to use Ubel as a farm deck. I just like this deck a lot because I found it to be extremely consistent. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Good luck farming Inglorious Bastion. Thank you for 9,000 subscribers on YouTube. Let's try to make it to 10K before the end of the year, please. Smash that like button. Please subscribe to me. I will catch you all on a stream, hopefully. My next stream will be Friday at 4 p.m. PST, so thank you all.